What's going on, everyone? This is Chivas Status Episode 2. I am your host, Rigo. You can find me on Twitter at Rigo el Chiva. And I just got done watching the Cruz Azul match where we drew 1-1 at the Azteca. And I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and how the game went. But I will say this from the start. This was probably our best game this season. And it's no coincidence, I don't think, because we've been playing, as I've mentioned a lot, we've been playing with that hybrid back five. And today, Tomas Boy finally stuck to something. He did something that made sense. And here we are looking at my Twitter feed. And let's talk about the starting 11, right? Let's go through every player and see what I thought about them. So, about an hour before the game started, these were the men that were going to play. We had Raúl Gudiño going in, finally getting his chance this season, and I think he should have been playing at least, if not at the start of the season, by the fourth game, he should have been starting over Toño because, as I said in the last video, Toño Rodriguez has cost us 5 to 8 points, around there. His mistakes have been terrible. Very savable balls go in with Toño Rodriguez. I don't know what's wrong with him when he puts on a Chivas jersey, but it's the third time he loses the starting spot at Chivas. It's unacceptable. I don't know what's wrong with him. But Gudiño got the chance, and I think he did a decent job. I think he made a couple of good saves, and in the first goal, which I'll talk about in depth a little bit later, I don't think he had anything to do. Like, there was nothing he could have done there. Anyway, right here you will notice it says Osvaldo Alanis, and everybody thought he was going to start, but apparently during the week he had trouble with one of his muscles, and he was being looked at throughout the week, and then about 30 minutes before the game started, they decided that they didn't want to risk him, so they put in the 20-year-old Gilberto Sepulveda El Tiva. And El Tiva did a good job. I think for a debut, this was his first start and first game in Liga MX, because he had played earlier in the year in Copa MX. I think he did a good job, and he started the game right away with a last-ditch tackle. We were looking shaky, and he came in, and he blocked a possible shot. So, and then throughout the game, I think he did a couple more of those. And what he likes to do is he likes to run up with the ball to midfield a little bit and distribute the ball to Ponce, or at the beginning it was Vega, but then later it was Brizuela because Vega and Brizuela switched flanks. And I think he did a pretty good job of that. There were a couple times that he didn't deliver the ball in the best way, and it led to the loss of possession. But overall, Tiva Sepulveda, I think he did a solid job for a 20-year-old, you gotta say. And there weren't any moments where he got found out by the more experienced opposition, so you gotta hand it to him. I hope he can become a reliable defender for us, because we are lacking depth in that position badly. Now, Miguel Ponce, oh my, what a strike, what a goal. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, the goal. I think he did a decent job again. He showed some experience in some of the plays. He knows when to run up, when to track back, and he was trying to make things happen. So I think he did a decent job. I would give him a pretty good rating today. Isaac Brizuela, he started out on the right where we like to see him, and due to the fact that Boy actually went with what I predicted, he went with this actually, and I'll continue my analysis in this view because it's better. Um, Brizuela, we were playing a back four, and Brizuela was having a hard time on this side, and it was probably because of Van Rankin, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But Brizuela, in the 30th minute, Tomas Boy asked Brizuela and Vega to switch spots, and that was, I would say, overall pretty good decision on Boy, because we saw Vega linking up with Dieter and Van Rankin, and Pulido came in and he was linking up with Van Rankin, so it was pretty good. Anyway, this is how we played, except for obviously Alanis was not in there. We had Sepulveda, and he did a decent job. But yeah, that was an hour before the game kicked off, and we see here, breaking news: Alanis now on the bench for the beginning because of that knock or injury or some sort. But here we go. We had a shaky start. Okay, I want to talk about the first goal. We have a corner in advantage. This is where Tomas Boy didn't get the 3 points. He lost 2 points because we played well, and today I said this was our best game because we had the most chances from any other game that we've had before, and we had the best chances from any other game before. But this is where Tomas Boy shows a lack of detail, because in the corner kick, we were left with 2 players marking to try to recover the ball or contain a counterattack, and it was Van Rankin and Brizuela. Van Rankin a little bit behind Brizuela. Brizuela couldn't get the ball, and what does Van Rankin do instead of tracking back and just kind of trying to contain it until more people come back? No, he bites, he goes in, and then he has to run after the ball. So that's why I tweeted right there, Van Rankin mistake. So really, if it weren't for that one play, we would have won this game 1-0. But again, a lack of detail, lack of attention to detail means that we walk away with only 1 point, when really this game we should have won it. At the 22nd minute, I liked what Pulido was doing today, and he showed Brizuela when Brizuela was still on the right side. He showed Brizuela a good run over 2 players, and Brizuela just put it over, chipped it over, and then Pulido brought it down with his chest, switched on his right. Pablo Aguilar bit, and then Pulido was left on his left foot, and he took a weak shot. And again on Van Rankin, he was a mess, especially in the first half. He could not get the ball off his feet. He would get the ball, and he would put himself into a corner, not literally a corner, but like he would allow the time for Cruz Azul players to surround him. He wouldn't get the ball off his feet on time. I didn't like that about Van Rankin. And then at the 31st minute is when we see that Boy tells Vega and Brizuela to switch flanks. And Van Rankin was reckless. Even though he already had a yellow, he was pushing players around like he didn't have one. Now, I want to talk about this. What a beauty from Ponce. So Van Rankin pushed in, and this is what he did a lot towards the end of the first half and in the second half. He pushed in, like pushed up and in, and he was linking up with Dieter, and in this case, he linked up with Pulido. It was kind of like a triangulo. Pulido passed it to him. He tried to do a 1-2 back. Pulido won the foul. It was like 30 plus yards out, I think. And Ponce steps up. And Jaime puts it perfectly. Follow him. He's a buddy of mine, Jaime Futmex, Chiva fan, and he likes English soccer too. He said, when did Ponce learn that? That's a good question. We haven't seen that a lot from him, but I'm sure in training, he wows his partners at times. But that was an amazing, amazing strike. And here we have a video. Not the best quality, but look at that. Oh my God. What a beauty. Jesus Christ. He hits that perfectly. Top bins. Just amazing. Thank you to Villalba for that. I retweeted it. And here we have an angle right before the shot. Let's look at that. Wow. What a shot. What a picture. That goes over them, straight into upper bins, upper 90. Just sweet. The sweetest of strikes you'll ever see. Just amazing. I asked halftime thoughts, anyone? Did I get any answer? Oh, Daddy Danny. At Dude It's Danny. That goal, I agree, man. That was amazing. What a strike. And at halftime, Cruz Azul was doing all right. They had a good counter where they scored. And it was back and forth. We weren't dominating. But I already felt that we were having the best game this season. Our best game this season. Because we were creating more, and it just looked like we were having fun out there, Anyway, second half, at the 61st minute, a great save by Godinho. Cabecita Rodriguez is a dangerous player, and he managed to break our back line, and he had a rapid shot that was going up, but it was going in, and Godinho saved it. And guess what? If it would have been Toño, that was in. So, guess what? I'm super happy that Toño got benched. It was about bloody time. It was about damn time. 63rd minute, another chance. A great run from midfield by Cabecita. And it ends with one of the other great last-ditch tackles, that Tiva made. I was very impressed by that. He wasn't afraid to get in and risk it, Risk it. I liked it. He was doing well. At the 67th minute, the first substitution, Vega out for Gael Sandoval. Gael, that's what I feel about him right now. Because a year ago, he was doing really well. Really well for a couple of games. Other than that, I don't think he deserves to be playing first team. But it's not always about if you deserve it or not. It's about characteristics. And although Gael Sandoval is not a left winger, I don't think he's good out on the left, close to the sideline. I don't think he's good from there. But out of our squad, who else? What else? What other player do we have that can play out there? I would say Huerta, Vega himself. That's it. That's really it. And so then Vega got out, and he was leaning more towards the left, but he wasn't sticking to that line. So I like that. And Brizuela went back to his side. And then I tweeted this because Over the past few weeks, there has been a lot of talk about VAR, and especially VAR helping Chivas. And I think it's just a lot of lies. It's a lot of, you know, lying to the public, lying to people who didn't necessarily watch the game. So then they're easily manipulated. They're easily convinced that there's actually an agenda to help Chivas. This is not the best example because Brizuela was pushed, kind of shoulder to shoulder in the box. To me, it was not a penalty, but they reviewed it with VAR and the decision was no penalty. Right call in my opinion, and I'm glad that they reviewed it. I like VAR when it's applied this way. I like it. I think it's important. And just as a side note with VAR, a lot of people are saying things like it's ruining the sport. But those same people are the ones that before VAR would complain about miscalled fouls, miscalled penalties, and things like that. I think you're confusing, where you should direct your frustrations. It's not towards VAR itself because VAR is there to help a referee. I think that since it's such a new system for referees, they need to learn how to apply it and how to use it as a tool to help themselves. But now they feel very pressured, and I don't think that's good for them because a lot of Mexican referees, and I say Mexican because that's the type of soccer, that's the football that I watch the most. It's Mexican soccer. I see that the Mexican refs are easily swayed by pressure, and they 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 easily make mistakes because of pressure that they see in the media. And then from one week to the next, a similar play will be called differently because of backlash that was received. I don't like that. Anyway, that was a okay. And as another side note, I'm gonna follow this guy because I know he produces a lot of hot takes, and this is what this account is for, at least at the moment. I want all your hot takes. I want all the people that have weird opinions, have sort of off on the crazy side sometimes, because I want to follow them. I want to follow all the banter, all the hot takes, all the breaking news, all of that. Anyway, 80th minute, the second substitution, Beltran in for Dieter. I'm happy that Beltran got minutes today. I have been pleading for this boy to get some minutes in. But you know what? I want to see Dieter and Beltran on at the same time. And this is one of my things with Boy. This is one of the reasons why I don't quite like him. Even though today Boy impressed me. I'll say that. He did impress me. But I don't like these things about him. He impressed me because he did something that I didn't think he would do. And I said it in the last video. I was very skeptical. I knew we had to go back to a back four. But I wasn't sure if Tomas Boy was ready to do that. Even though that's his preferred formation. I didn't know if he had to do it. But today he showed a little bit of it. But his substitutions weren't my cup of tea, we'll say. Not quite. 84th. Oh, also they were very late, in my opinion. Because from the 80th to the 90th, we were pushing. We were having some good chances. I think if the changes came even 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, we would have seen a little bit that energy that those substitutions brought in a little bit earlier, and we would have had more chances possibly. I asked full-time thoughts, anybody. Let's see if I got one response. Again, dude, it's Daddy Danny. Give him a follow. He says Thomas Boy is the problem. Players are good, but he's legit a terrible coach. He's going to keep his job because of a bleeping tie. Sad. I like that sad. The ending. Yeah, I mean, I see. I tend to agree with that view. Tomas Boy has shown throughout his career a lack of understanding of his squad. I don't know why he planned the squad the way he did. And up until this game, he was using them completely incorrectly. I would say today, though, he did make some positive changes, and we got a tie, which is not great. We needed a win, but I'm not expecting an official statement from the club saying that he has lost his job. I don't expect that. I think he will keep his job, and it'll be because of this glimpse, this slight improvement in this game. Great improvement in the game, slight improvement in the table. We only got 1 point. And then I don't know how consistent Tomas Boy is going to be with this type of formation. What if he goes back, which he might, and everything collapses again? So I don't want to say last video I said Tomas Boy should go. I don't feel like I can say that without giving a reasonable replacement. And right now, at the moment, I haven't deeply studied a possible replacement. So if you guys have thoughts about a possible replacement, I know the name Mohamed has been floating around. If you guys have any thoughts, make sure to tweet me at Chivas Status. And let me know what you guys think and why you guys think who you guys think we should replace him with and why. Not because of Boy's flaws you could talk to me about, but mostly I want to know this new coach you guys have in mind. What will he bring to the table? How will he play with our players? How is he gonna get us into Liguilla playing good football? Because we don't just need to be in Liguilla, we need to be playing good football. Is that realistic with our squad? I don't know. And it's definitely not realistic with Tomas Boy, unless he sticks to a game plan similar to the one that we saw today. Anyway, I wanted to look at my likes, because before and during the game, I liked a few tweets that I wanted to talk about. So, here we go. Even before this. Okay. Here we see Little Hat Trick. Shout out to Little Hat Trick, Mexican Soccer 9. Follow him. He's an Americanista. He talks a lot of trash, but I love the guy. Anyway, here we go. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I'm gonna put the volume. Here we go. Let's watch this. I want to watch this really quickly. Anyway. I said 3. Anyway, here we see Beltran walking in, hoping to get minutes. El Hermoso, did you see that guy? Did you see him? Look at that. He's like, what the hell's going on? Oh, look at the kid. Anyway, that was great. I like the support that we see in the stadium. And I wanted to show you guys that because obviously people in Mexico City want to watch Chivas. But today the stadium wasn't completely... It was pretty bad attendance. That was because Cruz Azul tends to do this. They raise the price for Chivas games an incredible amount. And let's see, I heard somewhere that the tickets were for 500 pesos. What's the dollar is at 20 pesos right now. So 500 divided by 20. $25 a ticket. That was the cheapest ticket. I don't know. Anyway, I want to talk briefly about El Chucky. He scores an ever debut. What a beast. What a great player. Some funny tweets right there. And I just love Chucky. Look at him. He looks like my uncle when he was young, you know? It's like, dude, I love this guy. I want him to do well. He looks like a temerario, you know? It's like, dude, I love this guy. I want to back him, you know? He's playing in the elite. Fantastic player. Great goal. Delight didn't even know where he was. That goal, that was fantastic. It's a shame about the result, you know, in the last few minutes. An own goal by your defender, that's not the best to see. Another thing I wanted to talk about is Chicharito. He's going to Sevilla apparently. I don't think it's official yet, but Sergio Deep is confirming it, and he's like BFFs with this guy, so it's pretty much a done deal. Again, Sergio Deep doing it. Carlo Ancelotti talking about El Chucky. Oh, I wanted to talk about this tweet. I don't know if you saw it. Excuse me. Raúl Guzmán. I don't always agree with this guy. He says, este equipo no llena aeropuertos solo porque le contratan jugadores. Lo llena en las malas y también en las buenas. Nunca se deja alentar. De verdad espero que los jugadores se contagien del amor por estos colores. Nada como recuperar los ánimos en la segunda casa del rebaño. It's kind of a, you know, he's looking for, it's some bait right there. He's looking for some bait there. I mean, he's throwing some bait out there. He's looking for some bites. I don't know, you know, Chivas always has fans. You know, Chivas always has this type of support. It's nothing new, especially in Mexico City. But I wanted to talk about, and this is a segment that I wanna introduce. It's dumb tweet of the day, and this is my personal account. This isn't it actually. This is a good tweet. It's talking about Toño Rodriguez, how he messed up again. Just a complete mess up again. But no, I want to talk about this tweet. This is the dumb tweet of the day. Before the game, Edgar Martinez, he says this. He responded to that Raúl Guzmán tweet about the thing. And he bit, I would say. Si con ese ahínco exigieran un equipo digno, si con ese fervor se manifestaran y pidieran logros y amor a la camiseta, en redes se enojan con quien critica a Chivas para tragar. Enójense con los que solapan la mediocridad y permiten que el negocio siga funcionando con muy poco. Damn, okay. What are you saying there, dude? What are you actually saying there? I don't get what your point is. What are you suggesting? I'm switching the camera if you guys are wondering. Okay, there you go. What are you actually suggesting there? What do you mean? Are you suggesting that we don't support our team? That we don't go to the stadium? That we don't buy the jerseys? Okay, you're suggesting that, saying that maybe that would lead to pressure into our board, and then maybe they'd be like, you know what, we don't have a good team. We're gonna invest in players so that our fans back us again because they're mad. They're not buying our stuff. You know what? That's bogus. But let's say that's the logic. What if we actually did that? This same person would be tweeting, and because we've seen it, they'd be making fun of our empty stadium. They'd be making fun of our pathetic shirt sales. And they'd be making fun of the fact that we don't have support. So we can't win. Guess what? This, and I'm going to put it up again. This takes a while. I'm sorry. This is the dumb tweet of the day. If you guys can top this one, I would be very impressed. Edgar Martinez, what are you talking about, dude? What are you actually suggesting? Are you seriously suggesting that we stop supporting, that we stop going? Because if we did that, you would be the first to make fun of us, dude. But guess what? Just for that, I'm going to follow you because I know you're going to bring up more interesting topics. And I would only follow you in this account. Let's see. 2 notifications. What's that? Oh, okay. The same thing that we saw before. Now, I wanted to talk about some of the tweets that we got. What is this from? Okay. Roberto Gomez Junco. I totally disagree with him a lot of times. He says, mejor las Chivas que el Cruz Azul, pero 1-1. Slightly better, I would say. Cruz Azul was focusing on the counter towards the end. We could have really pounced on that. Or they could have, you know. Tom Marshall, he says, positive debut for Chivas center back. Diva Sepulveda. I agree. Pretty good, dude. Pretty good job. Okay, this is the end. I want to see if there's any reactions. Any reactions from you guys? Okay. Not really. Here we see El Tuca Ferretti. Oh, look at this. Look at this. My friend Little Hat Trick retweeted. Okay. Mi estimado ruso, ¿qué opinas de que la capital es rojiblanca? Dicen, jaja. Guess what? Price tickets. Ticket pricing. Why do they do that? See? Okay, let's say this was Chivas fans not wanting to go because our team is ass. They're making fun of us. So, what? Get out of here. Get out of here. Tired of this. Empate con sabor a. I don't know. It was kind of. I didn't like the result. I liked the performance, kind of. I'm not gonna read that, dude. Here's this guy blabbing. Las Chivas debieron jugar con 10 hombres desde el minuto 15. What is he talking about? What happened? I have no idea what he's talking about. Ok, Pietra. Alexis Vega funciona más entrando de cambio que de titular. Oh my god, that analysis. It's so superficial, it's so basic, it's so... Ugh. This is not the best. Anyway, great debut from them. Yep, so not many good reactions out here. Saw this. Oh, I just got a notification. Let's see what that was. Oh, just a like. A like. Thank you for liking. Okay, let's see what Tomas Boy says. Actually, I'm going to go down Tom Marshall's thing. Let's see if... Coach Tomas Boy, I've had to use Alanis and Peralta because we've needed results, without them being 100% fit. This international break is positive because I can work with them. Wait, okay. I've had to use Alanis and... What? I don't know if that really made sense. Okay, it's just a result against a very difficult opponent. We've had problems with injuries to Lopez, Michael Perez, and Alanis. In general, I'm satisfied. We played a little better. Alright, sounds like he's content. I don't know, man. You gotta want better. You gotta want more than that. But, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? Ahora o nunca ESPN empate en el Azteca. Cuando estás bien a gusto viendo el Cruz Azul Chivas y te despiertan. This is just a lame attempt at trying to be funny, dude. Because that was actually an entertaining game. I don't know, maybe it's just me because I'm a fan, but that was an entertaining game for me. Let's see what Tomás Boy says.
Similar, porque en esta liga no es tan fácil ganar partidos. Sería muy aventurado de mi parte decir una cosa similar, porque en esta liga no es tan fácil ganar partidos y cada adversario representa una gran dificultad. Hoy hemos venido de visitante, no habíamos jugado bien de visitante, la verdad, aunque el día de hoy tuvimos un lapso muy bueno y casi empatamos. Hoy hemos jugado mejor, es nuestro mejor partido de visitante y creo que el equipo ha mostrado personalidad para hacerlo. Pero hay que ir a buscar las victorias porque sin las victorias no alcanza. Digo, si los con tus empates no va a dar.
Thank you to Medio Tiempo for that. You just gotta love when Tomás Boy makes mistakes like that in his in his press conferences. Anyway, I guess what he says is kind of true, but yeah, we have been terrible in our away games, and today was not only the best away game, but the best game of the season for us. And now we have, what do we have coming up? We have a game midweek on Wednesday, the 4th of September, in Copa MX versus, I believe it's Correcaminos. So Wednesday, the 4th of September at 7 p.m. Pacific, Guadalajara versus Correcaminos. And then 10 days later, we have El Clásico Tapatío versus Atlas. They looked good versus America, but I think the 3-0 was a little bit too much. And America's a weakened America due to all those injuries. So, I don't know. But we have a good amount of days to plan that. Hopefully some players recover and we can field a better squad, a better lineup. But this time, I need him to stick with his guns. I need him to stick with the back four. This is not the league table. What's going on here? Okay, this is the league table. We see it here. Querétaro at the top with 16 points. Santos, 16 points. A game in hand. Actually, both of them have a game in hand to the rest, pretty much, except for these fellers over here. And over here. Actually, yeah, since some teams have a bye week, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Necaxa doing well after they beat us. You know, it's just, we got a draw. We're at 15th place with 8 points. And as I said, I don't want to say Toño Rodriguez alone, but Toño Rodriguez alone has cost us like 8 points. So, sorry. We would be at 15, 16 points if it weren't for Toño's mistakes. It was unbearable watching him play. And the frauds that are Veracruz have lost yet another game. They lost 1-0 to Morelia. And the more they lose, the more pressure it's going to be for whoever plays against them, because you don't want to be the team to lose against Veracruz. And guess what? It might be Chivas. I could very well see it happening. I'm already bummed out about that. It hasn't even happened, but I feel like it could happen, because goalkeepers tend to have just fantastic games when they play against us, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, for future reference, send tweets my way at Chivas Status. You might feature on my video. You know, we might have a chance to interact in the video. And I will definitely be looking at all your tweets because I don't have very many followers right now. So, okay, let's see what this guy says.
Poste, después las venía ensayando, si no me recuerdo, contra Benfica, estrellé una poste, después
Very true.
Venía practicando bastante bien los tiros libres.
So he said that versus Benfica he had a similar shot that hit the crossbar, and I recall it. I think it was versus Benfica. We had like 5 posts or crossbars in that game.
Hoy fue justo la distancia que venía practicando y pues bueno, gracias a Dios pude anotar un golazo.
Desde que la viste dijiste, va adentro.
Bueno, confié en que le iba a pegar bien y que iba a salir un buen tiro, ¿no? También no la quise meter tan esquinada como entró, pero afortunadamente fue un golazo.
All right, well, fair play, you know? That was great. That was a great shot. Fantastic strike. And we would have won if it weren't for, I blame Boy because of that defensive positioning and the strategy on our offensive corner. And it's something we've been struggling with. Yeah. Straight goat. I need to follow that because that's hot take. That's a lot of hot takes too, right? I don't know. Anyway, he says I missed the Chivas TV broadcast. Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better, definitely. Anyway, I'm thinking we'll wrap this up for now. Thank you for watching. I don't know how long we went. I hope you like the new format. Let me switch to the webcam just for the outro. Here we go. Alright, you guys, thank you for watching. This was Chivas Status. You can expect videos like these, interaction with you guys on Twitter, the reactions, all that good stuff. Send me all of your hot take accounts. I want to see the best of the worst. I want to see your guys' tweets too. During the games, I'm going to probably post every game halftime thoughts, anybody, and then you guys could respond. Full-time thoughts, anybody, you guys could respond. And you may well feature in my video if that means anything at all. I don't have a bunch of followers, so you will most likely feature if you respond to me. And that's a warning too. If I follow you, one of your tweets may appear on these videos. So if you don't want that to happen, too bad. Anyway, this has been Chivas Status. My name is Rigo. You can find me on Twitter at RigoElChiva. Follow the channel's account at Chivas Status. And I'll see you guys later after the Copa match midweek, and then we have an international break, and I may post some stuff about that. So you'll have to follow and see. Alright, you guys. Peace out. Thank you for watching. And let me know your thoughts on what you thought about this game. Anyway, peace out.